This is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a process video for Confessions of the Paper Addict cut file shop, where I am using the wonderful, lovely Virginia Walker's cut files. And the one I am going to do, it was released back in January of 2021. It's the Big Bang, and it has three fireworks, like what she would use in fireworks. And so what I'm doing is that I am finishing up the last layout that I have for my husband's retirement ceremony, and the other ones will be coming up. You'll see a couple more, if not when this one comes up. So the two colors that I am using is the Distress Spritz. It's the new ones that they have out, and it's the Uncharted Mariner and the Barn Door. Then I come in with the Distress Oxides. That is called Stormy Sky and Barn Door. Now, what I'm doing is that I took a stencil that is from the Crafter's Workshop and gave me those circles at the, on the background of the spraying, and I just sprayed it on there, waited for it to dry. Then what I'm doing is that these are the cut files. Now, these cut files I put on heavy duty paper because I'm using them as paper stencils, and then you'll see me come in with some more mixed media. I went more on this layout. I just absolutely love how it turns out. The Barn Door is the red that I'm using with this particular stencil, and then the other stencil, that blue up there, is Stormy Skies, which is pretty close to Uncharted Mariner. Then I'm coming in with Brutus Monroe, the glitter glaze. It's the gunmetal and Hyanthus, I think is what it's called. And I'm just making these starbursts pop a little bit more off the page because I felt like more's more. I just kept going and going because I was like, ooh, I just kept loving how this looks. Now, I do take the different ones, like this here one, it's got like the gunmetal side of it, and I just add it to where I feel like it needs to be. And then I let it dry, and that drying process did take me a minute because there is a lot of excess that's on here, but it works out to my favor. Now that it's dried, you will kind of see, I thought I had it dry, and then I come back in, and now it's dry. And I have to do my doodling like I always do. And then what I do is that I set this off to the side, and I am going to cut different pieces of the Flags and Frills collection from American Crafts and put on here. You'll see how I handle that. So I'm just making different sizes. So this size right here is like 3.5, and then 2. And then I do a 1 inch and 1.5 inch, if I remember correctly, or a 1/2 inch and 1 inch, I think. And then I'm just placing the different sizing off to the side so that I have it. I like doing this where I do like an L, like it's a backwards L for this one, or flip it if you wanted to on the other side and make it go the other direction. This time around, I wanted it to go on the other side. So what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of placing these down, figuring out where I want them. And then I do my distressing off camera, and then I get one of the sides done first. I realize that one of them is a little bit crooked, but then by the time you place this down, you can't even tell. I really love this. And then I realized the goofball, when I bring in that page, I forgot to cut these down. So now they're kind of hanging over the edge. But I actually like how this looks. And you'll see how I handle that process. And it actually looks really good because of how I do my embellishments. So make sure that you go check out Confessions of the Paper Addict cut file shop. All of Virginia's information will be linked down below, including her Facebook group and all of her other stuff. Now, I will link everything where this one is at on her shop and all of that. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you found me. I do upload between typically 2 to 3 times a week, design teams, layouts, all of the fun stuff. Here I'm just doing my layering that I love to do. Layering is something that I absolutely love doing. It is just always been my jam. Like, everybody likes how I layer and how I can just pull all these colors and the colors work together. I just love that. And I love to do that portion of it. So sometimes I like to leave this portion in. This is how I kind of like back my photos up. I just kind of trim along and try to, make it work to the best of my ability and just be able to put all of these pieces down and get them to work right and all of the fun stuff. So what I decided to do is that I'm going to place this right here, and then my title, I'm going to come in with some certain stuff, and then there's that sequence mix that I love from Spiegel Mom Scraps. I'm using that again because it matches really well with this collection. One of my other layouts, once this goes up, I think you'll see it or it'll be coming up, one of the two. By the time this goes up, I've been trying to play catch up. If you're not aware of it, I was part of the Hurricane Helene's torturous path, and I've been without power. I was without power. I was without internet, all of the fun stuff. And I just decided because of without power, I can't film, right? It was too hard to film. So when I got the power back on, I started filming and editing because I can at least do that without internet. And then I got to update as I went because I didn't want to overload you guys with all of the layouts that I needed to get done that I couldn't get done during the time of having no power and or internet. Well, more than power, because internet, it didn't matter. I could upload it as I go, but the further the internet went, the longer was kind of back duty of design team layouts. Now, the teams have been fantastic. Spiegel Mom Scraps have, Virginia has, all of that. They've worked out really well in my favor. They help, they're like, take your time, this, that, and the other. But I still want to give you guys content, right? So I was like, of course I'm going to do the layouts. And so that's kind of what I'm doing here. This is that one makeup layout that I needed to make up because I had no power on one of the due dates and things like that. So anyway, we're just kind of putting things down, and I wanted to back some of these up. I wanted to leave some of them down because ultimately my background, where all of the two stencils I used for the cut file, is like my background piece. It's very poetic, very whatever. And the reason why he's behind the flag, this is his retirement flag. This is the last time he's getting orders to, be done with service. Like, he's retired now and whatnot. But they put this behind him, and he stands here while he's receiving the last set of orders, which is then retirement orders. So, and then this is his retirement flag that we have at the house now. This is the last photo of it. Now, I will tell you that there will be other ones up that I'm trying to put up, but they're going up sporadically here in the month of October. So I finally got done with this, and now I've got to work on some more of 2022 because my whole goal in the month of October is to try to finish up as much of 2022 I can so that I can kind of only be a year behind because I got to get my daughter's everyday photos cut up as well. Here I am. I'm taking Spiegel Mom Scraps. I'm taking the rainbow one that I have used before for another layout with this collection and keep adding to it. The still shots are definitely coming up. Make sure you hit all the like and subscribe, all that YouTube-y stuff. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.